Hi, my name's Mia, and for my Ocean Youth project, I decided to highlight the issue of PCB's effect on orcas. And PCBs are a type of plastic. And oh wait, hold up. Can I restart? I forgot to get my notes.
No, you're fine. You're more than welcome to restart. Don't stress at all.
Okay.
I love that. I literally only just written down your name, so I'm glad you're restarting because I was not keeping up. Go, Mia, go.
Well, I'll start from this slide. Okay, so PCB stands for polychlorinated biphenyls. I'm not sure how to say it. It's a type of plastic and it's long-lived. It started production in 1929. But was banned in the 80s to the 90s because it's toxic. It was used as capacitors, oil paints, and coolants, and most famously plastic bottles. And that's why when you buy plastic bottles, it can say PCB free. So that's what that is. More than half of the world's population of orcas is expected to disappear within 30 to 50 years. And most of the orcas affected by PCBs live in the Northern Hemisphere, mainly around Scotland, but they are in other parts of the world as well. So PCBs alter orca behavior, damage their immune system, and harm their reproductive system. And by alter their behavior, like the navigation system gets mixed up, so they can't find their food, and a lot of them starve to death and have not like weird behavior towards one another, like they might start picking on one another more, or a lot of social behaviors change. Researchers believe that the damage to the immune system and reproductive system is so bad that many families of killer whales won't survive in the future. Orcas have many threats, but PCBs is not the main one, but it's obviously still very bad because it damages, like I said, their immune system, so they can't reproduce and they can't continue the species. So basically, PCBs cause carcinogens to build up in the blubber, and blubber is a thick tissue underneath the skin, and carcinogens, if you don't know, they can cause cancer. Some killer whales have been shown to carry up to 25% more PCBs than needed to affect the reproductive system. And mothers usually pass PCBs through the breast milk to their calves. And PCBs cause the population to decrease. So in the future, we may not have any killer whales. And along the coast of America, there's a group of orcas that haven't produced any surviving calves in the last 25 years, mainly because of this reason. And that group of orcas they're not going well. A lot of them are starving because their navigation is being, damaged by this, and they're eating the plastic, and it's not very good. So I decided to highlight this in a mural, and I have not done this yet. And this is just a sketch or an idea. So I decided to put a big confronting speech, what do you call this, like title? So plastic kills reproduction, and then I wanted to say that so people would go, oh, what does that mean? Like, and become curious. And then I have like a little find out more section here, and I'm planning to put like a QR code so you can scan it, and then like a little website comes up, or just the information page about what I just said previously, so that people can know exactly what this mural is about. And on the next slide, so I'll tell you about like my decisions in this mural and why I decided to do what I did here. So on the left, I have a mother who's grieving because her calf just died. And I did little broken hearts in the bubbles and a tear to show her sadness. And I don't know if I like this, but I'm still, you know, putting ideas. So I decided to put plastic bottles all over the calf to show that the plastic bottles are one of the main problems because it has the PCBs in it. And, you know, plastic is in the ocean for thousands of years. So even though they are banned, it's still there. And around 80% of all PCBs in the world still remaining today have not been destroyed. So they can go into the ocean if they get out the factory and stuff. And I did the crosses around the eyes to show that it's deceased. So this was my first idea. I decided to have, well, I first planned to have a poster, but I didn't go with that because my mum's friend, I got in contact with him, and he has a wall in Brighton, and he is planning to have a bunch of different artists go there, and each artist is painting a different thing for a different charity. And I asked him if I could potentially be a part of it, and he said so far yes, if he hasn't changed his mind yet. And the charities I looked at are Orca, Marine Conservation Australia, and I forgot it's about dolphins, but I haven't contacted them yet. And after this is done, after all the murals are painted, he prints them onto jigsaw puzzles and then sells them, and then the profit he gets from that he puts to the charities that the murals are for. So that's his idea, and I'm very thankful he is letting me be a part of it so far. So yeah, and then this was my first idea without the text because they're annotations. But I didn't go with this one because he wanted more emotion, because he wanted to people look at it and straight away and feel something, and this is not so much that. And then I have just a few more little ones, but these are, I don't think I'm going to progress with these. I was inspired by the Japanese water art, and I might even put that in the background of the mural I showed first, if it doesn't clash too much, but I thought that was nice to put in it. And then these are just some other ones, but I don't really like these. And then these were the main components of the mural that can be moved around, like the orcas and then this title. And yeah, that's my presentation. Thank you.
Mia, can I ask, did you like design those pictures yourself?
Yeah.
Is that your artwork, Mia?
Yeah, everything but the Japanese ones.
Oh my
wow.
gosh.
So we should put some background to this. We had a Zoom meeting with Mia a couple of weeks ago, and we left that Zoom meeting like, this is a really cool idea, but Mia hasn't shown us any of her artwork. We're like, we really want to see her artwork. So this is the first time we have seen that art with that idea and that concept put together, and we are, it is beautiful. Like, it is a horrible concept, but it is a beautiful piece of work, Mia. And the way you presented it just then was enthralling. And I can see it in the messages in the chat there, everyone. From Nicola to Melissa from Tangaroa Blue, it moved all of us. And it's a concept that a lot of people wouldn't have heard of. Claudette, you might not know, but we were very lucky to have Port Phillip Eco Centre, Fam Charco, join us earlier in the year. And she told us about that concept, didn't she, Mia?
Yeah.
Yeah, about the orcas and all of the build up inside. And Mia has now run and found out even more, and just a lot of in-depth knowledge and a lot of background research about that. So congratulations, Mia. It's an amazing idea and something that would really suit Melbourne City, and definitely would catch my attention if I was walking past.
Thank you.
Yeah, Wow, I had absolutely no idea. Orcas are not really on my radar as much as a lot more of our local stuff, and I'm sure actually those PCBs are probably having a similar impact to critters closer to home. That one of the mum and the bub with the bottles in, I think was so effective.
Yeah, I did too.
So effective, because it's a direct link between what's actually driving this species to decline. I had no idea that they were in that much trouble.
This one here, wasn't it, Claudette? It was just a beautiful piece of artwork. Sorry, me, I took a photo of it. I was like, oh, I need to see it.
With the bottles outlined in the babe with the eyes crossed. I think it's really powerful, and if you have that collaboration with that person, it's going to be really, really impactful. I think your art is amazing, and the cause is certainly it's taught me a lot.
Mia, have you spoken to anyone at Port Phillip Eco Centre yet about aligning this with them and perhaps getting them involved?
Yeah, I did try talking to Fam.
Yeah, did it work, the email?
But she hasn't got, she said she'll get back to me, but she's so busy, so yeah. But yeah, I haven't heard much from them yet.
I think if you were to go with them with this design and things, once you've got that, you know, maybe locked in that building and things like that, I think they'd be more than happy to put their name to it as well. I really do. And it's, yeah, just a beautiful piece. And Mia, when we were speaking to you in the Zoom meeting, something, I don't know whether you want to tell everyone here, this was one of a few design concepts and a few messages you were thinking of putting out there, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you've got 2 or 3 other big messages that you're thinking for our Ocean Youth people. You might remember we had Sasha Rust come and talk to us about the Good Fish Project, and he mentioned how he stuffed up in their first ever big, their big snapper fest, and they actually didn't have sustainable snapper on the plate, and they got pulled up on social media. And they didn't realize they hadn't followed their their manufacturing all the way back to the source or their fish. And that's an issue that we didn't know existed, did we, Mia?
No.
So there's another one that you were thinking, just raising the awareness of these really side issues to some of the big picture things we hear about all the time. So I think it's beautiful, and your artwork has just pulled it all together, hasn't it, T, from what we heard?
That's amazing. I didn't know you were so talented. Well done.
I hope you get this wall.
Yeah, hopefully.
And then we can all buy the puzzle and try and do it. I have not done a puzzle in lockdown yet, so it's about time I did.
There's got to be a book in there as well at some point, and when you put it all together, a beautiful picture book.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Beautiful, Mia. Thank you so much. And you spoke so beautifully. Thank you for doing that for us and showing us your artwork first. We're in on the secret.